Hi, I'm Jeff Naturo.
Hey, Jeff.
I'm Mike.
It's Mike Boylan.
Welcome to RCTVLive.com.
Having a good time, man. Reading my Extreme.
Hey, our favorite magazine, Extreme RC
Yep,
Cars.
got it yesterday. I always get excited, Jeff, when I get the new, when you go get the mail, you get your bills, the wife gets her ABC
Same
catalog.
stuff, same old stuff.
But when I get my Extreme, I get all pumped up, man.
Yeah, it's a good time. And this is a really good month because it's information-packed.
Oh, it
A lot
always
of good
is.
information.
But see, Jeff's turning lipo on us.
I am turning lipo. They got, speaking of lipos, they got a lipo roundup in here and a
Yep.
bunch of chargers. It's really good.
Good book, but we suggest it, man. It's go to your
Extreme
local
RC Cars.
And if you're a subscriber, you get it like a week or two ahead of time.
Mike likes to tell all of his friends all the hot info.
I always
He gets it
finish-
straight from the magazine.
I finish first.
Buzz on the boards. You're first in my books, Mike.
Thank you, buddy.
HobbyTalk.com.
With a pumpkin.
Oh, happy Halloween.
Okay, anyway. Yeah, we go to Hobby Talk for all our
HobbyTalk.com.
for all
Buzz
our,
on the board.
Yeah, the web stuff, man.
See what all the hot chatter and buzz is about. What is it this month?
This month is a very serious buzz. This week,
Very
actually, there's been a rash of battery meltdowns, explosions happening, and it's really creating a lot of buzz on the boards. People talking about, hey, what's going on with these batteries? You know?
Right. And I tell you what, I've got a theory that I've stuck with my whole RC racing career. The whole time I've been in this hobby.
That's 1 year.
Is 1 year. Do not leave charged batteries unattended. I don't care if they're NiCads, nickel metal hydride, lipos. You should be in the room. You should be watching what's going on. You can't leave them unattended. And
Included less a 6-cell battery pack and fuel. Traxxas includes a detailed instruction manual, decals, brochures, and an informative nitro setup and tuning DVD. It even includes a wheelie bar and an easy start. No more pull starts or cumbersome starter boxes. The Jato 3.3 is unlike any nitro truck we have ever tested in our 12-year history. Traxxas started out with a blank sheet of paper and set out to make the most amazing two-wheel drive muscle truck on the planet. Guess what? They succeeded. The TRX 3.3 engine is bigger, faster, and puts out a whopping 60% more peak horsepower compared to the TRX 2.5. The overall power under the curve is nearly 50% greater. What this means is you get smooth linear power output with increased performance and responsiveness across the entire RPM range. We wrecked this thing non-stop, and it always came back for more. If any other truck was capable of these speeds, it would be in pieces if it hit a curb at 50 miles an hour. I'd like to thank Ross Bartuccio for helping us test its durability. Here goes Ross at 50 miles an hour plus, hitting a concrete curb, and if you watch closely, and you can because it's in nice slow motion, you see it going over and over and over and it still comes back for more. Hats off to Traxxas and the Jato 3.3. That thing is tough.
Folks, this is Mike Boylan here. This week's Tech Tip. We're going to talk about these little guys right here. Your CVDs are called. Very popular in road cars, nitro electric, even my sprint car here, some off-road GTs, those type of low Cs. Everybody has CVDs. These little guys can kill you. Little quick story here. When I first started racing my sprint car here, I'll show it to you real quick. These things have a tremendous amount of horsepower, and common sound at the nitro track on a dirt oval is zooming down that back straightaway, and all of a sudden the engine revs up and your car just coasts to a stop, and you can hear ring, 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 and it doesn't go anywhere. Well, 9 times out of 10, your CVD lost a pin, and basically when you lose a little pin in these CVDs, it just spins. It's gone. You know, you're just spinning. And of course, the pro guys, they got these little tricks that they don't really tell you when you're a rookie, and they were passed on to me. I'm going to share them with you today. So the first thing you want to do is, when you open all your packaging out, just spread it all out on the table. Make sure maybe a nice paper towel, because there's a lot of little set screws you can lose, the little pins. MIP is pretty cool. They actually give you some blue Loctite, and some of the black grease, which we're going to use. Blue Loctite is a necessity. You're definitely going to want to get yourself some, especially racing nitro. We just suggest Loctite in every screw. Because we all know Jeff, he doesn't use Loctite and he's got a screw loose. So it would help him a long time ago. You ever watch that show Beauty and the Geek? Yeah, he got rejected. He doesn't hear me when I'm in here. All right, so we're going to take a CVD.
Team Kyosho driver Ryan Eckart is going to take a close look at an 8th scale buggy. Pay close attention because he points out several team secrets he does to his car.
Hi, I'm Ryan Eckart here at the RC Nitro Jam. Just wanted to give you a rundown of what's all entailed in an 8 scale off-road buggy and what the car is all about. This is a Kyosho 777 WC. As you can see, there's a lot of intricate parts. Everything like your real street car has. You got front and rear sway bars. Here's your exhaust. These are your turnbuckles, which are adjustable for camber and toe in or toe out. Same thing as on your street car. These caster blocks lean further back, different sizes. This here's for quick pit stops. We use to pull the fuel tank open to make a fast pit stop. Your fuel filter, which actually helps in fuel mileage. This here's your throttle and brake linkage. The bottom linkage here is for the rear brake, and the top one is for the front. It pulls on a brake bias, so you can adjust the brakes front and rear. You got a center.
It has all the good features of the earlier Scorpion, plus improvements based on the experience of winning many championship cups. The Turbo Scorpion will make its own mark in off-road electric racing. Every component is designed for racing. Even the body styling says it's ready to take on the world. Turbo Scorpion is designed to make the best use of the high-torque Le Mans 360E motor. The size, suspension system, chassis, and drive system are optimized for competition. The Scorpion won most major races it entered in the United States. The Turbo Scorpion is even better. Drive a winner. Drive a Turbo Scorpion.
Sensor is kind of like a brushed motor in the fact that it's almost a mechanical system, and then when the sensor detects the position of the rotor, then you commutate. Boom. You do it when you get there, versus a sensorless system where you can kind of see things coming.
Right.
So I think they both run smooth. They both make great motors, but the physical differences are usually confused with the sensor or sensorless differences.
Okay. Now, what is the benefit of a sensorless system?
Well, getting back to the sensors, I think the Hall effects themselves are pretty robust, but it's an electrical component. It's not as tough as the windings, certainly, and I think more so that it's kind of a step between a brushed motor and a brushless. You know, like I say, it's a mechanical system in the respect that when that sensor sees the rotor, boom, you know, you switch and commutate the windings. So you don't have a lot of control. You know, whatever timing is in there, you're stuck with, and whatever it's set up for. Whereas in a sensorless system, we can dynamically react to the load